Tonight, BDP and I will be jumping on our Sunday night heat. We've been off for a few weeks with it, but we're jumping back into Sunday night heat tonight because there's been a lot of stuff that's been popping off in the world of the WNBA, in the free agent market with this new free agency they got going on. Big money is being spent, and I'm here to talk about it. We're going to dig down deep into it, and I'm probably going to go off as I'm going to go off right now. But what I'm watching within the WNBA, and more so what I'm watching with Indiana Fever, is utterly freaking embarrassing. It's utterly freaking embarrassing. While you watch teams improve, you watch the Indiana Fever do the same. You watch the Indiana Fever do the same. I'm a Yankees fan. I feel like I'm watching the New York Yankees in action right now. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm watching them say, "We're just gonna run it back with the same shit we had." That's what I see. So let's talk about that. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I am your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave your comments. I appreciate y'all. Yo, man, what's the word? What's the word? You have this free agent class right here, and you're sitting here hoping, praying that the Indiana Fever are going to make some real moves. And instead, what does the Indiana Fever do? The Indiana Fever resigns Damaris, and then the Indiana Fever resigns Lexi Hull, and then the Indiana Fever resigns Sophie Cunningham, and then they bring in from the free agent market, they bring in Ty Harris and Monique Billings. Like, let's be real, people. While you watch the New York Liberty bring in Satu Sabali to help their team, while you're watching other teams make moves to get better, while you watch Atlanta get Angel Reese in a trade for basically nothing, while you're watching these teams bring in players, you are watching the Indiana Fever literally do diddly squat poo shit. Now, I know a lot of y'all really think this Monique Billings free agency acquisition is something special because she played 15 minutes with Caitlin Clark on Team USA, and she seemed to understand the assignment of running the floor and getting layups. But let me give you some information on Monique Billings, who is exciting you so very, very much. Oh, by the way, yes, they also re-signed Kelsey Mitchell. So that's their big signing, is keeping their players, which to me means you're doing exactly what you did last year. Nothing's changed. It's all the same. You still have no backup center. You still have no power forward that should start, because most people don't want Natasha Howard back. Now, we will see if Natasha Howard returns to Indiana. I don't know at this point, because there are not a whole lot of options in the WNBA right now in the free agency market. There's just not a lot of options. Now, unless you go the direction of drafting somebody in the first round to play power forward, now maybe that might be a conversation, with the problem being there's not really a power forward in the first round of the draft, which will take place tomorrow, for which I will be doing a live on this draft. So you got a team right here that literally made no moves. Monique Billings is 6'4". She's 192 pounds. Wow, she gives her weight. Okay. So she's 6'4", so she could be a hybrid between power forward and center, but she's not a center. Like, I've watched her play. She's not a center. She's a power forward. And 6'4" players in the WNBA are not really centers. They're power forwards playing center. You don't have a 6'6" center. You don't have a 6'5". You got Aaliyah Boston, who plays smaller than 6'5". If you have a 6'6", 6'7" player back there to be a backup, that'd be great. But you don't have that. So, and Damaris Dantas is 6'3". So you don't have a real backup center. Now, Monique Billings, career 6.3 points per game, 5.6 rebounds, 44.5% shooting. She's a 6'4" power. She can't shoot from the perimeter, so she can't stretch the floor. She's played 239 games, and in those 239 games, she started 66. Last year for the Golden State Valkyries, she played 26 games, started 8, 7.3 points per game, 4.5 rebounds. Her best season of her career, she averaged 8.8 points for Dallas and 6.6 rebounds. This is your marquee signing. This is who you're stamping on your wall, saying, look what we did. This is the player that's supposed to help Caitlin Clark. Now, look, I acknowledge on Team USA, when you're so overly talented in comparison to your opponents, yeah, when they were on the floor together, Caitlin Clark got some assists to her. She seemed to understand, roll to the rim, get to the rim, sprint the floor. I grant that. I grant that. This is not Team USA, man. This is an actual regular basketball team. And Monique Billings was only on Team USA because of last-second fall-offs For which, if you told me that a player that started 66 of 239 games is making your Team USA basketball team, there's a problem there with your overall talent in your talent pool for American basketball players. She was a last second fill in. She will not be on the Olympic team on the World Cup team come September. So this is what you got excited about. She's a backup, man. She's a backup. She can be a solid backup. But you're not walking on the floor with Monique Billings starting. She's never started more than 16 games in one season. Never. And she's played for 4 teams. This is her fifth team in 8 years. 8 years. Then you go and you go get Ty Harris. Where do you think where did Ty Harris last play? Oh, she played for Connecticut with Stephanie White. Last year, she was in Dallas. She played 5 games. She got hurt. Year before that, she played for Stephanie White. Oh, now I get it. Stephanie White wanted a player who she's coached before, who understands what she does. Ty Harris' career, 6.5 points, 1.3 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 41.1 from the field, 38.5 from three. So she's a decent to good 3-point shooter. However, again, another player who for her career is a backup. She played 172 games. She started 49. She had her only season of being a starter under Stephanie White in 2024 when she started 38 games, had her best season of her career, 10.5 points, 3 assists, 1.8 rebounds. She's not the point guard, though. She's a shooting guard. So here you go, going to get another undersized 2 guard. So you have 5'8" Kelsey Mitchell. You got 5'10" Ty Harris. Look, what you got here is a bunch of one-year players. For whatever reason, you sign Lexi Hull to a multi-year deal. The numbers for how much they're paying these people is not immediately known. They're not releasing it. Some people are, others are not. We know Kelsey Mitchell's got 1 year, $1.4 million, but we don't know what Cunningham's being paid. We don't know what Lexi Hull is being paid. So now we just brought back the Indiana Fever, that is, just brought back its exact same team. We are looking at the exact same team. The difference is you're hoping that Caitlin Clark's health is the difference, when the reality remains that at the end of last year, the team had Aaron McDonald, the team had Odyssey Sims, and other players who stepped up in situations. I still think Odyssey Sims should have been, looked at for this team. Cunningham, if she plays the way she played mid-season, when she was shooting the ball really effectively and fearless, you get that version of her, you got a good player, a good role player. Lexi Hull, we all know that when Caitlin Clark plays with her, she seems to be a better 3-point shooter. Why that is, I have absolutely no idea. Because she gets a lot of open looks without Caitlin Clark, and she just misses them. And with Caitlin Clark, she seems to knock them down. Again, you don't have numbers here. There's no numbers for salaries. So it's not been reported what it is. Don't know what Cunningham's gotten. Don't know what Hull's gotten. Kelsey Mitchell's a 1-year deal. Ty Harris, contract with Indiana. She is signing and she's actually an Indianapolis area native. So Ty Harris is going back to play in her hometown. So, I understand, but they're calling her a backup guard. She's an undersized backup guard. Again, don't know how many years this is. Most of these things are not completely accurate or, information producing. Monique Billings, I'm presuming, is probably coming on a 1-year deal. Let's take a look at what her deal is. It says multi-year deal. What does that mean? How many years? How many years? How much money? How many years? How much money? They're not releasing this information. NBA teams release this. This is released by these NBA teams. You have no idea what these women are being paid now. So now you have a roster: Caitlin Clark, Leah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Cunningham, Hull, Billings, Harris, Dantas. Who else? Michaela Timpson. So you got 3 spots that are open. You got 3 open spots. If that's what I'm counting, you got 3 open spots. You got a draft on Monday. Is Bree Hall on this team next year? I don't know. All these players from last year, I don't know who else is coming back. So they have holes. There's roster spots that are not filled. Their website, hell, the Indiana Fever website realistically only has 3 players on it. It's got Caitlin Clark, Michaela Timpson, and Leah Boston, 4, and Kelsey Mitchell. So there's only 4 players currently listed on their website. So you have a team right now that still has only 9 players. So Caitlin, Kelsey, Aaliyah, Hull, Cunningham, Dantas, Harris, Billings, and Timpson. So you got 3 open spots. They're not done, obviously. You hope to think they're not done. You don't have a power forward. There's comments I've heard about Temi Bentley. God help me. No. If you don't want Natasha Howard, you can't want Temi Bentley. Like this can't be what you're looking at. While other teams in the WNBA the Chicago Sky bringing in freaking Skylar Diggins, getting Rakea Jackson in a head for head trade. That trade's been released. It was head for head. Head for head. They dumped off that shit contract and got themselves a rookie deal player who they have control over for 2 more years, who is a way better player and younger player than Ariel Atkins is. I mean, that deal just looks shittier and shittier by the second. But they get Azare Stevens, so the Fever failed there. They didn't get Azare Stevens, a player that they were seemingly looking at. It's like they're getting the secondary option. Let me see available WNBA free agents right now. Like if you look down this list of players, and you got a team like the Liberty getting what they get. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Now, Brittany Griner did leave Atlanta to go to Connecticut, by the way. So she will not be on the Atlanta Dream, but they'll figure out something. They'll bring someone else in. Unlike this flipping dog shit. Like, wouldn't shock me if they went and drafted Medina Okot now. I mean, I heard the name Alana Smith. Like, that's not a power forward. She's 6'4", she's 170 pounds. That's not a power forward. She's a wing player. She's a good defensive player, but she's a wing player, and she's going to Dallas, I believe. Dearica Hamby resigns with the Sparks. Bree Jones resigns with the Atlanta Dream. Shakira Austin, I saw, is one of the Toronto Tempo or whatever. She's signed a deal, but now Washington can match it. Don't know if it's been official yet. I know Gabby Williams is still available. I know Ben talked about Gabby Williams. Again, she's not a power forward. She's a guard. So if you go get Gabby Williams, who's 5'11", it's a great pickup as a real guard, and she would be a starter at the 3. But again, you're still completely undersized as a team, and you still don't have a power forward. Like, you still don't have it. The amount of players that are getting these outrageous max deals, crazy. Nas Hillman resigns with Atlanta. Kayla Thornton has not resigned yet, but again, she's 6'1". Again, not a power forward. Emma Mieseman. This is something that Ben mentioned also in his video. She averaged almost over 13 a game with the Liberty. Could you grab her? She would be a power forward. There's not a lot available. I mean, could you possibly think that Indiana might go back and call Nalissa Smith? Yeah, I don't want Natasha Howard, but could they really go back and call Nalissa Smith? You got Tina Charles, who's still available. Like, if Tina Charles is still available, let me see if she's been signed yet. Has Tina Charles resigned? It says she may have retired. I'll tell you what, if you can go and get Tina Charles, in my opinion, I'm going to go get Tina Charles. If Tina Charles is available, I would go and call Tina Charles up. That's what I would do. But a lot of these players, like these, there's no power forwards out here because you failed as a franchise. This franchise is run by buffoons, people, and you don't accept that reality. They're run by buffoons. They don't know what they're doing. They do not know what they're doing. It's embarrassing. You're going to run it back. You better pray to God. I don't even know what to say. You better pray to God there are no injuries, because you have a very redundant team. They draft at number 10. If Angela Dugalich is available at 10, maybe you draft her and she's a backup in college because she's a floor extender who can hit perimeter shots. You're so interested in Gabriela Jaquez, who's redundant to what you just re-signed. Like, she's a redundant player. You do not draft Gabriela Jaquez when you just re-signed Cunningham and Hull, unless you're willing to start her, because she's better than both of them. Marta Suarez could be an option. Marta Suarez it looks like she's available at number 13 in this one particular mock draft. I mean, you could be looking at Marta Suarez. Marta Suarez is 6'3". She's a bigger girl. She's physical. This past year at TCU, she averaged 17 and 7.5 on 45% from the field. She shot 37% from 3, 89% from the line. If Marta Suarez is available at number 10, I really think that the Indiana Fever, if they can't find a power forward, should really look at. Now you do have Michaela Timpson, but she's long. She's 6'2". Could she fill the role? Yeah, I don't know how much development they got in her, but you got to find a starting power for. And I don't even think you're starting Timpson ahead of uh ahead of Billings. Y'all trust this front office. This front office sucks. They are horrible at their job, people. You're entrusting and I get it, man. You like the players you like. I understand. But this is professional. Are you a Fever fan? Or are you a Caitlin Clark fan? Because you're not both. You're more than likely not both. If you were an Indiana fan, you became a Clark fan. But there weren't very many Indiana fans prior to Caitlin Clark. So more than likely, a vast majority of y'all are Caitlin Clark fans. So do you want Caitlin Clark to win, or do you want the Indiana? I know it's selfish, right? I know it's, but the reality in basketball is that you have to part with shit to grow. You can't keep everything. Like right now, the New York Liberty have not re-signed Natasha Cloud yet, and I think she's a pretty important piece to their puzzle, right? Let's see if she has signed or not. She hasn't been re-signed yet, from what I'm seeing right here. So if she hasn't been re-signed yet, that should tell you something. She's a 33-year-old guard. She's 34. She's older in age, obviously for the sport. So it's like they're not rushing to sign her because they've spent a lot and they're looking to get her bargain basement type prices, right? But they're willing to let her go to go get Satu Sabali, who they consider a better option, a better player. Even though Cloud was important to them last year, like I'm serious, Natasha Cloud was important to them. She averaged 8.8, 3.3 rebounds and 5.3 assists. She's an inefficient player, but she plays very hard. She's a defensive player. I'm sorry, that's her careers. She averaged last year 10.1, 3.7, and 5.1 for assists. She shot 43%, so her career is 39%. So I give you her career numbers. But she started all 41 games last year for the Liberty. You got to be willing to let something go to get better. And they decided that we got to sign Satu Sabali first, right? And Indiana Fever won't do that. The Indiana Fever won't do that. Look, players are being overpaid across the league. It's happened. We don't know what the Fever players have gotten paid, but they're being overpaid. The deal with Kelsey Mitchell is a clear indicator that Kelsey Mitchell is going to be gone next unless they win a title. If they win a title, you could see her get a long-term deal. But right now, based on what they just did to give her a 1-year deal at 1.4, she's gone next year. If they don't win it, she won't be here. They will not re-sign her to a long-term deal. They will not. Mark it down. They will not. So you got to be willing to let shit go. And they weren't willing to let shit go this year so far. And you see other teams willing to do it. And that's how you get better as a franchise. That's how you win. That's how Caitlin Clark goes and gets a ring. That's how it works. But you're still so stuck on tres leches and fuckery like that. I like Sophie Cunningham. She's better than Lexi Hull. Y'all love Lexi Hull. She's not better than Sophie Cunningham. You don't keep both of them. You keep one, especially if you're looking to draft Gabriela Jaquez, for which I've given you other options based on what we're seeing right now with their free agent market and what they've done so far or not done. But hey, y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think. Are you really happy with this? Because I'm a Yankee fan. Let me bring it back to the Yankee fan. The Yankees did absolutely nothing this year in the offseason in terms of getting better hitting around Aaron Judge. Zero. And now you see it. 1 run, 2 runs, 3 runs. Can't fucking score. Started 8-2. Pitching looked great. These motherfuckers cannot score. They can't hit. And because Aaron Judge right now is not hitting himself, nobody can hit. Nobody's hitting. And that's basically what the Yankees front office told us. We're running it back, and you're going to have the same goddamn result, a loss in the playoff. Fever will be a playoff team, more than likely, and they're going to lose. With or without Caitlin Clark, they're going to lose. As constructed, this team is not winning a championship. I jumped on their shit last year. I glazed the fuck out of them because of the other deals they had. I glazed their asses, and I got embarrassed. Shit, I got embarrassed. So this team, as constructed, ain't winning the title, bro. Not. But y'all believe what you want to believe. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, hype the video, And definitely jump on board tonight with the Sunday Night Heat with Ben Daniel and myself, because it's going to be fireworks, man. Appreciate y'all. This is Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, powered by Come On Out the Podcast. Come on now.